Okay, I wanted to take a second and kind of show you guys a little bit about faux wood blinds. There's a lot of people that go out and think that if they just get a faux wood blinds are all the same. What we have here is a typical blind that is bought at a big box store. It's the type that you get it in the box and you take it and you cut it to the size or width of your window. It comes extra long, and so you remove the slats, which a lot of people never get around to, and it ends up leaving a big stack of slats at the bottom of the window that actually compromises the ability for it to function the way that it should, and it looks bad. The interesting thing about that is a lot of these cut-down blinds give some warranties to them. However, the second that you cut them, all the warranties are void, and that washes their hand of a lot of different things. What we've got here is this blind is rehung in a different window. This was actually brought off of a website or from a homeowner that we were replacing their windows. They had gone out and got a good deal on some blinds, and the blinds basically failed. And the way that these ones failed is in the heat of the window, the bracket actually got hot and the plastic bracket broke and failed and fell down. And it didn't fall completely out of the window. The center support actually held it in place, and the heat of the sun began to melt the blind in here. And so this shows what sun can do to a less expensive blind. And so what had happened is the headrail here, well, everything began to kind of sag. The headrail here, now unsupported, actually began to bend and twist, and everything underneath it followed suit. And you can see even without the headrail bending, you've got warpage here, or I'm sorry, it's not warpage. This is actually sag, and that's what a lot of blind companies will come in and say, hey, faux woods are an exceptional product that will not warp, which is 100% true, because warping is a characteristic of wood. One side drying faster than the other. But in a man-made material like this, it's going to sag. Sag's the problem that it's going to have, because it cannot, once it's heated up, it cannot support itself. That is why faux wood blinds, as opposed to some of the other materials, basically the cheaper the material it is, these ladders, these are called ladders that suspend the blind, move closer and closer together to try to eliminate this from happening. Which, if you're a person that likes to clean your blinds, or you're concerned about visibility, having a lot of ladders is not something that you want. Now this particular blind, as it failed, it sagged, it melted, it went into this form, and then it sat, and the sun dried out all of the elasticity out of the blinds, and then it became brittle. Just like the bracket that failed, it became brittle, and then you end up seeing broken slats here, 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 and some up here, where I can grab a slat, and just with a little bit of pressure, it breaks like a graham cracker. So even if the headrail had not failed, it still would have gotten brittle, and the first time that it was somebody reached through it to open the blind, or mistreated the blind, or it took an impact, maybe a thrown ball or something like that, it would have broken the blind. And the other thing that I'll show you is, I'll get up close here, if you can see the discoloration. That's actually what the sun has done to the slat, and it's very common. I can flip this over and show you where you can see where one slat covered it and where the sun touched it. And that's a common thing in faux, particularly lower end faux wood blinds. So it's a little bit better to get, so when you're buying faux wood blinds, it's not all about price. You want to look into what the product is. You want to look at what kind of headrail it's on. You want to look at when parts on it break, such as the cord lock or the cord tilter. Are they going to be able to be serviced? Are you going to be able to take them in and get some parts for them? This one also has plastic components inside the headrail, which again are subjected to the same heat. will those components hold up to the heat that they're subjected to? Things like these are things to consider when you're looking at a faux wood blind, and it might be worth paying an extra couple bucks to get something that's going to stand up and last for several years to come, as opposed to you needing to replace them every 2 to 3 years. Thanks.